It's under your name. Yeah.
At least it's listed.
Well, I was going through my kids' bag.
We're separating the casual.
Cool.
And a lot of
Places
people,
are romance.
it's like this now. And it's got the metal. And instead of just having.
I said one man and one person. Well, it's because there's other shirts in with it, but it's so it doesn't have black.
Right.
I always sold other nurseries, so
I just did a strike
but now
Saturday.
there's other ones.
I bet it's too. Here's a $4.
I've sold two.
Yeah, no.
What? Do you want to see this? I did the new corner.
Oh, that's right.
I know it's I love
Yeah,
All right, everyone's here.
Hold up.
We'll deal with it.
I didn't want to.
Oh, wait, tickets. You gotta get back tickets.
Experiencing.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm a teacher, so I was like, I want to and I'm really funny about that stuff. Like, I want to use my personal myself as play versus you know what I mean? Something spirit for themselves. I've been applying for like director of social services, assistant principal jobs as they come up.
Yeah, look at that.
But I'm really comfortable wearing that, so we're
What's your
actually
growth in that?
really easier to take that job.
Is this how they're supposed to go?
Yeah.
Like when you buy the diffuser sheet, like, is that how they're supposed to go?
Are these the ones from the gym?
Is there supposed to look like a computer? Well, I can say it's in there.
I would be able to do that today.
Yeah, it's just old, but I didn't know that.
So
Just right now, I got a brochure, had no idea.
Yeah.
You know that, right? I had no idea.
I didn't leave here to do it.
That-
Do you guys remember
that
that?
brochure? No, I mean, no, I literally wasn't. I
That's
didn't
what I
know.
thought.
I don't know. All day. Will you send the photo to me?
Okay, so pens in a second.
I was supposed to come over to the.
I went-
Are there numbers on them?
Huh?
Are there numbers on them?
Oh, yeah.
Don't take that fun
I
out
have
of it.
no idea.
Oh, okay.
I got student manager thing and the people here. They were like, so and so, I'm like, that's not fun. You were like, look at big.
Yeah, you gotta make sure you reach
one
the
of
numbers.
this.
When we get to this, and then one of the first is everyone's like, bingo. So we're all gonna share one signature. Like your take.
But I got all the examples, right?
Yeah, I had a couple.
That was share all.
I just think for example,
I had Lindsay, I got Sean.
Her
boyfriend,
She used to go.
Oh, you're on it.
She met, Lindsay had come over with me. And then.
Like everyone's second ticket.
Jennifer sent it, and I put it somewhere.
Alright.
No, just one, one.
Yeah, I needed to check that out.
He says he wants.
It doesn't matter.
I thought about all of it.
I got everyone's ticket? We'll call at the end, make you think about it. I have the same thing.
I don't know if people are just now that it's
You spill that water in here, I'm gonna do it.
And there's a link to it.
I need a little.
It's hot in there, right?
No.
Am I freezing you out?
No,
you
didn't.
If
If any of you guys wanna sit, there's still more chairs there. Yeah.
Don't be afraid.
I would think.
Do you have the Wi-Fi password for me?
No, he asked for it, but I didn't want to interrupt.
That's a different thing.
Sorry.
Am I having a hard
Or
work?
we could just use the relax.
Yeah.
Jenna was like, why'd you do that? What?
I sold my car. I sold my car.
Yeah, you're insane.
All right, guys.
Did you start the meeting?
There's people who watch for 10 minutes.
What?
Your butt.
Am I in the way?
You guys know who we all are. But
real quick so that all of our newest girls are comfortable with the new catalog and the transition period. We're going to talk about a lot of our new products that we have, and then World Tour, and then tips and stuff that we all took away, and kind of the message that they strung into the thing as well. So real quick, I wanted to go over the catalog. I think you guys are all going to be really excited because it's not flip catalog. I'm going to just do a couple things that have changed in it. They did add a table of contents. Not that I think anyone really needs it, but it's a nice option for, I know, me, that I want to go in and like reference something for a party. I think the categories are done a lot better. It does run like scents, you have your oils and your waxes, and then warmers and diffusers. But my absolute favorite part they've done is when you go to the Combine and Save. I don't know if you guys all seen this yet, but they took out the deluxe premium categories, and now it's just price-based categories. So when a customer is looking at it for like the companion system, it says one $30 warmer and one $20 warmer, and then the bars they pick. So I think that's
They were
what-
getting confused by,
Yeah.
we had elements that were not in the element category, and they were in the deluxe category as a $30 warmer, so now.
And when the holiday ones come out and like their special price points, it's easier to figure out which category they go into. So I think that's really awesome.
That's really gonna help with the house parties.
And the whole, that too, he figures there was some of the warmers in the catalog now can't go into a Combine and Save.
Right.
What?
Some of the warmers that in the catalog, like the Tiger's Eye, you can't get that in a Combine and Save.
Oh, cause it's 50
Um, Things like that, you can now with the
Yeah.
price points.
So they simplified that, and then also right here, as far as all the like scent categories or scent products, they're all just a list right there, price by price by price, which I think is really
For
nice.
individual items.
Correct.
They also, the kids scents, they added is scent pads.
Yes.
They added a few more car bars too.
One thing that's cool too, they have, I don't know, I just noticed this today, if you look through it, there's little digital goes throughout all the pages. So there's little tips on like, there's the cotton ball tip is in there, different ways to use your wax. There's scent recipes that they automatically make easier as well.
We go through like diet chocolates and all that.
Paper towels.
I can't do cotton.
Really?
No,
I
it
like that star.
skeeves me out. My friend's really bad with styrofoam. Put it up to your ear, it makes a noise and
I'm sure you guys all noticed, but we had Bernie the Buddy class.
Yeah.
For the autism charities, they also added the piece by piece warmer, which that actually was around, I think like 5 or 6 years ago, and it was huge. And people have honestly like paid big money to get that on eBay. So if you know that you have a little like autism group that you can approach, they will definitely for sure buy it. And then $8.50 gets donated from that one.
$8.50.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, and it's $40, so I think anybody will pay that price, knowing that this $10 is going towards, you know.
So there's Bernie's second catalog. It's gonna be around for a full year. They did
I
that
kinda
with
like that.
They did it with the ribbons and bows.
Maybe it's gonna be all of them.
I mean, if it's popular, if they have done it or going forward.
Like Roosevelt was 6 months.
Yeah.
Which is years.
So there's the storage box, which I know that this was out, I would have totally bought it, but you can, all the little slats that you see in there, you can pull them out and move them around to figure out whatever works best for you. You can put plugins in there, bars, room sprays, light bulbs, everything. We saw it at World Tour, and it's like quality too,
I have a picture of how big it is, like in
like comparison
real
size.
time. I mean, so weird. But she told me to make sure that I tell people, don't look at her broken nail.
Who was it?
I don't know, some random lady that was standing there looking at me. I was like, can you put your hand up?
So for the Skin and Groom line, I don't know, those who were at reunion last year, we got a special bar from Heidi. It was her favorite scent. They added this scent into the skin line for the women, so now we have six scents. So this is the sixth scent, and then the guys added another scent, which so there's gonna be 5 scents for the guys. The women, they added in the shower shade bar that we have for the guys, so we have that now.
So you can stop using your hand bar.
I use those, and I don't smell like man.
Yeah, I don't care. You guys can just pass it around. I don't really care. It's just ugly.
And then for the guys, they added this nourishing skin conditioner. In our kits, I know like for me, when it comes to samples that aren't like wax and this and the liquid ones, I always say I want to make these samples and I never do it. So these samples they're now offering in the family store. So there's the Skin and the Groom, and then they're coming out
Nicole
with
actually brought. Wait, Nicole, where's your bag at? You wanna show everyone what you do with your bags?
Yeah.
So I already had a whole tub of Luna Whips, so I figured that just went perfect because it gave us Luna samples. So I have I put it all together with like a product sheet or like a description, like how to use it. It's good for like one load. And I'm putting it out like I figured anybody right now, because I only have so many of them, if they actually want to host a party, it's kind of like what I'm giving, unless like they're inquiring about it. Because it's a pretty good sample to have, you know, a whole load of laundry. I've got everything but the dryer.
And you've got them reviewing it at your party too then.
Yeah.
Or at their.
Yes.
One
Yeah.
thing I do at my parties, so everyone leaves with something, I fold a product sheet and I make a little sample of washer whips and I stick it in a baggie like that. I give every guest one, so they're leaving with the product sheet and a sample of the washer whips. Everyone has dirty laundry.
Yeah.
But some people are new to Scentsy and don't have a warmer yet, so if you give them wax, they're like, oh, well, what am I gonna do with it besides smell it?
Prices of the sample bags like that.
I'm not sure off the top of my
But what I was getting at
Was detergent and stuff in packets?
Yep, and then, so recently a lot of people, Michelle and I
we
started
have it,
doing.
it's hard making samples of like the conditioner and the actual.
You can buy heat seal packs on eBay, but they really aren't like the cheapest things. And so where I was getting at is that with that, like, even if they're just a little pricey, getting it in people's hands and selling it is
Yeah.
worth it a million times over. So like, I can say all day long, I wanna make samples, but if they're not in people's hands, then it's not selling.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you. I can tell you I'm gonna make a sample of the laundry thing. So that first time I poured it, it was all over my hand. I'm not making samples.
So,
That's just.
I made a sale just with the washer
Really easy.
samples. Well, the lady at World Tour was doing the Ziploc bags.
Mhm.
She was doing 3 pumps of the detergent and then a little bit of the washer whips, rolling them up, and then sticking them in another bag.
In a Ziploc bag?
Like
Yeah,
if
she
I was
had it in a Ziploc bag,
bag.
and she had like it all pushed down to the bottom, and then like kind of just tucked it in with another one.
Yeah.
I actually have a picture. Hold on.
through all that.
I have a picture.
I'm like, that doesn't look right.
It was very neat the way she had it though.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because I would be like, oh no.
I might have that video on
When
my
I,
phone.
when I make my washer whip samples,
Yeah, I'd be
I
like-
literally just get a scoop, I put it in a 3x4 bag, I put little label with the instructions on there, and I stick on my business card.
I love your idea though with the sheet and having the directions on there, because it's so much easier than
This
And I also listed all the scents that it was available in case someone's like, oh yeah, I like
Yeah.
this. Oh look, they have
And-
my favorite scent.
FYI, what's nice about this too, technically with those samples, we're supposed to be listing out all the ingredients on it. It's, I don't know if it's FDA or whatever law it is, but what's nice with those is all
on the
listed
back.
on there. I'm not saying I'll say to do that, but technically we're supposed to.
I heard it was like steps.
As far as what you have to do.
Get on the watch or what?
This is actually, I mean, an example of what the one lady did. She put it in one of those little mesh satchels, so you can smell it through the thing, but you still smell it through the plastic bags. This is what she had stapled on there, so if you wanna pass around and look at it, and I can post it to the team later.
The other new product that's also, which I'm sure all you guys were excited about, was the Scentsy Fresh. So essentially this is Febreze, and unlike the room spray, you can literally spray this on anything. It's safe to spray, where like the oils from the room spray can stay things. So this is pretty awesome. And then, I don't know if you guys saw these,
Is
in
it?
the family store, they came out with these that you can buy in every set. So you can wash it in the full complete laundry line and then bring this to parties, because if you've used that clothing conditioner, you know like it gets your stuff soft.
Well, look,
And then
I
they can
cheated
smell it too.
because I didn't have that smell in the washer. So I sprayed it, I put it in a Ziploc bag, so if someone says, oh, well, what is it? Oh, you just smell it, 'cause that's the line.
I bought, before we went to World Tour, I bought, I mean, I get they're going with black raspberry now because it's one of the popular scents, and it's purple, and it matches the kid. That's my mind, how it thinks. But I went on the Scentsy Clean ones. So,
Another thing you can totally do, where I've seen people do this in videos, is let your host know if they're having a home party to like have like 2 or 3 towels that you can put a load in, because if you've used the stuff at home, you know that puts off a good scent just doing the laundry. So at the beginning of the party, they put the stuff in the load to wash, and then by the end, everyone's smelling and touching the towel. So you can do it that way. So it doesn't have to be a sensitive towel.
I had one of my hosts, instead of doing that, because my luck, I forget it in there.
Everybody's asking, does the tail smell?
No.
No, you have to
you
launder
have
on
to-
yourself.
Yeah. But
And it was released that way by someone in like the wording, so I think that's useful.
if you
I laughed.
do like I sent my host like alright, it wasn't a sample. I gave her the bottle and said I'll pick it up when I come to the party.
You do that?
Because I do that. And she just washed her clothes and she wore those clothes that day. And
That's a
everyone
good
was like,
idea.
your clothes smell so good. That way she's not having to worry
Well,
about
another
it.
thing too is like, you know how you do borrow bags with the warmers, you can do a
You can do
laundry borrow bag or a clean borrow bag.
The laundry ones aren't on here.
Yeah.
Not yet.
A lot of
So a lot of
the
stuff is
things-
being put on February 20th.
Yeah.
I think that's on the date.
But the skin one, the skin samples, right now, in the month of February, are $6.30.
You're getting every cent and 2 of every cent,
How
right?
many is in a pack?
No, it's
I don't know if that, because this was the size they gave us.
Are you allowed to have?
Oh,
Right.
read it in the comments, I'll tell you.
But like I dropped the catalog off to my aunt who places big orders, and I happen to have those because of World Tour, so I gave her the laundry samples and the skin samples. And I'll tell you, I
You got to
know
ask
she's
your mom
money,
so
she
that
will
way
spend it. But if I hadn't put those samples in there, she would have
She would've
never.
bought it.
Yeah.
Even if you can't afford to, again, no. Even if you can't afford to buy a bunch of samples, you can buy one for yourself, squeeze it into like a little plastic container, that way your customers can smell the different things. I did that for the men's line when it first came
Yeah,
out.
I do that.
That's not. They're these little travel cans, I might have.
Well, she's looking for that. What comes in that kit on the Scentsy Finder store is 2 packets of the Velvet Hand Cream in all 5 fragrances, and 2 packets of the Body Souffle in all 5 fragrances.
So it's
I
20 packets of.
Walmart in the travel section, all these little plastic things, I think you get 4 in a pack. Or 3 in a pack, but I just squeezed the men's line right into the thing,
Mm-hmm.
and everyone can smell the parties now. He's outside,
He's not in here, sorry.
he's in the garage. Go.
What's he doing?
Alright, so that's the catalog for the most part. Unless you guys have anything to add,
For what?
the catalog and new stuff.
What do you want me to do?
Alright, transition, I know a lot of guys, it's your first time through transition, and then even the bill, if it's your not, it's good to know.
You can print this right from the resources tab, put it in one of those clear, binder sheet things. You can hand it around at parties, or you can circle in your catalog, because your catalog's not there anymore. You can pass around at parties. It has all the list on, I would print up the list of scents and pass it around, so someone sees it.
You can actually temporarily put a sticker on your testers too, so people know that the ones with that sticker are being discontinued.
No, I don't like. I like business casual though, so I will stock up on that.
I
This
know.
was a fairly less painful discontinued list.
It
I
very much
agree.
was. It was very
I
nice
agree.
painful this time.
You pass it around, someone's gonna see their favorite scent on that list, and I guarantee they're gonna get a 6-pack when it's on sale.
Absolutely.
And
So-
even though they say they all come back, they don't. Ask my mom.
Hopefully
She's still
you're saying-
waiting.
Okay,
Hopefully
I was
they
like,
say she come
sure,
back.
it's coming back next year. It didn't,
It
and I
didn't.
didn't stock up. Now you better bleed out with this. It's like
I'm not
Right
gonna lie.
there with Ocean.
so you can't. There's really no guarantee.
And that does smell good.
Yeah. So definitely have this before
One
there's.
time Cupid
What's
said
that?
they're not prepared, and I've just been waiting for it to
Oh.
actually come back.
There's
I'll look at them. I might have one. I might have
oils
one.
that are being
That's okay.
discontinued
I'll have
already.
one.
I have one with 1 Cubis. I will donate to any poor person who needs it.
I do.
But if you had anyone who bought any of those oils, I would definitely reach out
I
to
let
them
my
and see
son
if they wanted that. But as far as the supplies you guys are gonna need to order, catalogs definitely. I really love our Shookies for Shores because they're so much cheaper. Our product list, which I know saying with putting them in the goodie bag, I started doing that after she told me about it. And I actually use that as my wish list for parties. So
Yeah,
people,
so do I.
because all the scents are on their bag category, they can mark off right there what scents they like.
You're getting-
Circle, the
They're
warmers they like.
on sale right now for what, $9? And you get 3 packs. There's 50 sheets per pack. That's
That
150
sounds real
sheets.
fall
I
there.
watch
I
some-
highly.
You do, if you do any events, hand those bad boys
Yeah,
out.
leave your catalogs off the table at events.
I also,
Because the people just literally walk around and take it.
oh yeah,
That's,
not only do I hand it out in a little baggie in the beginning of a party, but when I bag up the party order, I stick another one in there because they're gonna look through the papers and they're like, no, darn it, I should have gotten that warmer.
But when they circle the warmers they like on that wish list too, and they're sitting down with you, that's a perfect opportunity for like, obviously you can see they circle 1,000 warmers, but they're only buying one, so you can
That's your
upsell
sign.
or have them host a party. So it's a way to start that conversation naturally too, without it being pushy. Also, right now, I know it's February, but the current catalogs are 50% off, so they're like $6. So I think you get 25.
Yeah.
So if you even want to personally challenge yourself and buy them and just try and get as many as you can out by the end of the month, that's an awesome thing that you can try to do too. I know I personally like be stuck with them, but then you can put them wherever. If I leave catalogs places, retired ones are the ones I put out. I don't leave current catalogs
I know,
out.
so if you have any leftover, Beth, you did this. What did you write on the end of your,
Something like I just drew an arrow to my label, asked me for a new catalog, and I left over like shopping carts.
so don't throw them out. My last party, when you weren't a consultant, you guys all got a catalog, and I said, leave them places for me. Because you guys go different places than I do. Everyone left with an old catalog.
It's no longer free shipping with $50 and above in Family Store. So just so you guys know, you can add Family Store items that are not personalized to your party orders for free shipping. So that's the smartest way to go about doing it without having to pay shipping.
Most items are 10% off in the current catalog. Unless it's a charitable item, a licensed item, or a bundle with 2 warmers in it, it's not 10% off.
And the buddies are not.
No, just
just the
Bernie's
new one.
and the new one.
Just Eggman?
Eggman and Bernie are not 10%
That's
off.
right, we'll love you so much, so I would shoot you.
Easiest way to, I mean, not everyone's a mathematician, but neither am I. Multiply your subtotal by 0.9, and that'll give you the total of 10% off. Without doing.
I just
10.
remember during Selma because I'm already not good at math. I've had several people message me, new girls, and be like, "So do I just throw out my tester?"
No.
So keep your testers because next year the majority of them will come back. But then also
Give us prizes.
you give them a prize if they start to duplicate. But if Bring Back My Bar comes and one of those scents, like I always try to keep one of every scent in case they ever come back and bring back my bar.
You throw yours away?
No.
I
I have a whole box
We
of
have
them.
a trash can full of them.
Like I haven't gone, but I don't.
I feel like getting rid of them, but I don't need to keep them either.
There's a lot of them.
We use, I
Oh my god, we use a ton.
There is a
fill a bag up when I first order.
Right?
Someone wrapped the little ones like Smarties, like 5 in a pack, and they give them out.
I did that at my last year, my
Segway.
first chance.
chance first.
Thank you. I wrapped them up and I put them in a bag with a whole bunch of samples and stuff for my customers who came. Like, I'm not gonna drop one off to your house. You have to actually attend my open house to get one. And some of the scents were retired, some of them weren't. But I did that so that way if they like a certain scent, I could compare it with what another scent that we had. And I did it for like my customer appreciation. They also didn't see the new catalog. I was like, hey.
Yeah, so a lot of people will do a last chance first glance party, one of the last 2 weekends of the month. So people can get their orders in for the 10% off and then also get orders in for the catalog. So it's an awesome thing for you, but a lot of like she said, we use it as a customer appreciation event. So invite your Costco's, invite your really good customers and take care of them. If you take care of them at this open house, you might, if it's your first open house, you might only get a couple people to come, but like don't get discouraged because the more you do them, the more people will come, and the more you take care of your customers, they're gonna talk about it to their friends and bring it in there next time too. So
I take anyone who orders for the last chance, I let them pick from the bin. It might be bulbs, like individual bulbs or old bars that I don't care for, but everyone leaves with something.
which is nice.
That's your
The last Tuesday, the training Tuesday.
I need that done.
What is it?
The rose.
yeah.
Oh.
I think I only get 2 of them left. I can sell them.
But on the training Tuesday, last Tuesday, home office did a catalog walk. And it's kind of cool to see, like, listen to them, give their descriptions and why they chose certain things. So that's on the training center now if you guys want to check it out. So it'll give you a lot more information about the product itself too.
Anyone want pizza? It's here.
But really just checking in with your customers to previously ordered those scents, like, if you know will be mad if that scent doesn't come back, call them, let them know. Does anyone have questions for transition?
I have a question on those touches that we got at World Tour. Are they a transition set or
Yeah.
not? They are. Okay.
Absolutely not.
I haven't
Yeah, that's
checked yet.
everything.
No.
5 to 7.
These are just the new to the new catalog scents. So your classics and other things like that are gonna carry over. These are the only
You just
additional
like
ones.
literally
So
go
like
through
what
the
I
pile.
have on my kit now, and then I just ordered a transition set, are there gonna be other scents that are going to be missing?
No,
Okay.
you'll have everything you
Except for
need.
maybe a couple set of the months from the last 2 or 3
What did they
months.
give you, minis?
Back.
So you'll have to order a full.
Right, cause I had to order, I was telling her,
She was like, wait a minute.
I was like, I gotta pay a whole $75 for a full set. She was like, no, buy the transition. I'm like, but I wasn't a rep before, so I don't know if there was summer scents that were before that I'm supposed to have.
My awesome sponsor.
What you guys will notice too, if you've been around, is the transition set upped in price.
Very much so.
Almost doubled in price actually. But
The
if
minis.
you note, yeah, the minis. If you notice, compared to the previous transition
15,
sets, there's
not
actually almost double the amount of transition testers you needed. So that's why the price of those went up. So it's up.
Not to mention, I mean,
And if you did attend World Tour, they announced in DC that they are having issues with the computer codes because there was
Yes.
a 20, if you got the tools to go, there was a 20% off coupon in the tools to go kit and the codes weren't registering. Jenna fought that.
It has to be done through the store.
Right, it can't be through a party. You have to
So
order.
you're
So you
paying
save money, but
shipping
you
through the
pay
store,
shipping.
and they
Correct.
won't do it on stuff that's
20%.
already on
there you
sale.
go. So fun.
No, they said they were trying to fix the sale part of it.
Cheese pizza, anyone?
I'm not sure.
There's
more, I'm sorry.
Alright, World, wait, does anyone else have questions on transition?
Wait, I had
It
something
was
that
it was that party girls part from the breakout.
there was something that I don't, like, I know I do it, like, I wait to get a bunch of parties, not a party, a bunch of orders and put them together as a party. We all do that, obviously, to get those rewards, right?
Yep.
Well, the only scary part about that is with, like, these items that are being discontinued, the scents, the warmers, if
I didn't know.
people have one of them in your cart and you're like, I'm gonna put it in again, put it in a little bit, they'll sell out and you're done, you're screwed. It is what it is.
Wait,
There's
what's
no going on back order, there's no, we're gonna make more, it's done. So that discontinued list is also a, until, what is that phrase? Help me.
Cheese?
While supplies last.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So while supplies last.
Thank you.
Cheese?
So,
Cheese?
I'm granting it out this week. And I had to get one of my favorite personal warmers. Because I didn't wanna be like, oh, I'm sorry. Like, it's the same thing as the closeout stuff, which, by the way, there's new stuff in the closeout section, I looked today.
Today?
I looked today, everything on this discontinued list is in the closeout section. No, I'm sorry, the sales section.
I think this is
Or your PWS.
You got 2 different foods. one
I
on
looked for
the
Lighthouse
right.
because one of my customers, when they were painting, broke her Lighthouse. Like, any pieces, not just the top, shattered.
My dog got a one this week. Got a toy stuff on the cord and pulled the cord.
I was on the
On
jealous.
elevator.
Can you get some? Alright, so World Tour, we
See
had.
many of my girls who are,
Pepperoni?
yeah.
I read some
Cheese.
Any of the girls, can you tell them that if anybody's watching, it's access to my fans, because I know that a lot of them are confused.
If anyone's watching and has questions,
Text
text Stephanie
me,
or message her.
or post something, I don't know.
So the main message from, they tried to include all the aspects of World Tour was finding joy in the journey. And so I kind of wanted to touch on that real quick because I think that a lot of you guys have actually been here from like the early on of all of our journeys, the 3 of us. And I think that having the 2 of them to have like always help me find positive in every situation and like keep me going has boosted a ton. So
Pepper and cream cheese.
What their whole thing was like, if you're having a negative situation, something's a screwed up situation, like try to find the silver lining of that and keep going. And I'll say that like I don't think the three of us, if we didn't like subconsciously do that already, like we wouldn't have gotten to like to where we were in our business. And then also on that is I love how many people came tonight. I think that the three of us really connected at our first team meeting. And so help it like coming to team gatherings and finding the people that you can connect with and like build that relationship outside of like meetings and talking one-on-one will help you with that. It gives you a safe place to talk to, someone to vent to, someone just to like grow with you as you're going through the same things in your business.
I did 2 other direct sales before Scentsy, and I never had the relationships I had that I have now with either of those companies. It wasn't even like close to being the same.
I can attest to that also.
Yeah. I did jewelry, Tastefully Simple. She did 31, and I can say that I never felt like I had someone to reach out to, or there was a team behind you, or somebody motivating you, or just like a simple post to say like, you can do it, or try this. There was never that.
And there was never suggestions. I never really, it was like, just go share it. It's all you gotta do
But
is
not
share
now.
it. And it's, well, give me an example. Like, what do you want me to do?
Well, I had shared every post recently.
I was gonna bring it up
Deadbeat
tonight.
Stud customers.
No, you're not.
Friends.
No, you're not.
Talk about
Because I'm gonna tell you something. As much as you're posting and you're not getting any likes, and you're not getting any comments, and you're getting annoyed, and you're getting
But there will be people that remember.
All of
and
my
remember.
angry, there's-
posts have been from people who have never ever commented or liked my stuff but saw my stuff on Facebook.
that's the thing. They won't like it. They won't comment. They won't. They'll get a
afraid
random
they
message.
like it, that you're.
But one day out of the blue, they'll message you.
They're gonna see
You'll be
something
like,
that they
what?
actually really like, we can't say no to.
It's gonna be that one
Jenna
day.
the other day. Remember I was telling you, a guy that I know, I'm talking to him about something completely unrelated to anything, related to police work. And he's like, my girlfriend loves Scentsy, and I keep telling her, look, my friend sells Scentsy. And he's like, she buys from Jenna, and I keep telling her she should join. So I'm like, then she should call Jenna and talk to her about it.
I've been
So
mailing
this is
her,
so funny that we know each other.
well, I met her friend through like a Facebook, an online like yard sale Facebook thing. She posted a picture of a nightlight that her mother-in-law was looking for. I personal messaged her and said, we don't have that one anymore, but I have plenty of others, and she's a great customer of mine, orders monthly. And she sent me her friend Whitney, and she said, Whitney, my friend wants to order. So she ordered, dropped off her product, and she ordered the following month for my personal website. And I've been sending her monthly samples of the scent of the month and the flyer. Haven't really exchanged. I know she's getting my samples and everything, but you sent me a picture. I was like, who is that? I didn't recognize her. But
I know the boyfriend.
But
Yeah.
Jenna's a good seed planter.
she sees my post on Facebook, doesn't
Mhm,
comment
she's
on
got
them, yet
I agree.
she
Your
said that.
the boyfriend is
It's all
looking
about
at mine
fantasy.
saying,
Might not be
he's
right
excited
away,
about
but we'll join.
Yours took a
One
long
of
time
the
to go.
things is that
I waited a little bit.
one
Mine took almost
Really?
July to October.
I was almost 2 years.
Wow.
She was fighting me.
I think one thing a lot of people have problems with is how to like start to market and do things off of social media, and then also how to sell and ask people to post without being pushed to your sales. So one thing that like stemming off of the like giving examples, at World Tour they had breakouts, and that was one of the sessions was an expo, and each expo had these were I wrote them down. One, there was a table on, there was 2 breakout sessions on follow-up and getting new customers. And one thing that's awesome is every single location had different presenters on those 2 topics. So you got different ideas from all of them. There's a Facebook group that I tried to add as many people as I could called World Tour Document Share. So
There's
like,
some in the file section.
I
I
could be in that.
took pictures of a lot of the stuff.
and a lot of people did videos too. So even if you go through and listen to different people's like video snippets, like you'll get a lot from that. But as far as the expo people, there was follow-up recruiting packets, fundraisers, branding, invitations, host coaching, bookings, partyings, and party displays. So being like, I don't care who you are or how high up you are, you're always learning. And I think we all took stuff away. So Jenna has all these pictures that she took of things that she really liked. And then I also want to go around to all the World Tour people and just like get an idea, like what was your like one top tip giveaway or takeaway?
Wow. I forget what the name of this table was actually called. No, it wasn't invitations. I think it was just on maybe follow up. I don't know what the name of the table was, but what she did was I'll pass it around. She made a personal, on like a postcard, a thank you. She had a picture of her family and her, and said, "Your business means so much to us. Love," and then she wrote the whole family's name. And on the back it said, "Thank you. Having those who are loyal to helping our family build a business we can leave to our sons mean the absolute world to us. Thank you for your continued support." Then has all her information on there how to reorder. But something simple like that, people are saying, "Oh, I'm not just ordering from a consultant. I'm ordering
Pulling
from
at
a
the
consultant
heartstrings.
who's helping." my
I
family."
bought LuLaRoe leggings like crazy this fall, and from all different consultants, and not one of them has put in a special touch. And I've just been waiting, and like if someone does, I'm gonna stay with them because I'm used to how LuLaRoe.
Oh,
The
my friend
clothing
just started
thing.
selling it.
Yeah, but I'm used to how
Big
we
buyers.
do, right? And like it really does go a long way with people and that same loyalty.
Does anyone ever send like a small handwritten thank you
Yes.
for
I have terrible handwriting.
every single personal website? I'm on it. Like,
do.
if you order from my
Yeah.
PWS, you're getting a handwritten thank you with a sample of Wash Your Lips.
People always remember
And guess
that.
what? I actually got a party from that. I
And
was
Shen
shocked.
is number one. She's doing something right.
I was no, I'm not. I'm not number one.
Aren't you number one on Lisa's team?
Oh,
number
You're
one.
always
there's
number
a
one.
sales.
Always
Yeah.
up.
But I mailed her a sample of Wash Your Lips.
Jenna, Kristen, and myself should not be on that list. Do you see Lisa's name on that list? Ignore us when you see us on that list.
Yeah.
It's discouraging. It's honestly discouraging.
I see. My takeaway from that though is that like, so
Jenna's
she
a
always
rock
says 2,000 a month, right? And like up until I stopped working for them, I always did 500 a month. So like you can achieve as much as you want doing both things. Like there's not one way to get to a certain level, which I think
But
is cool.
I sent this girl a handwritten thank you, nothing big, just thank you for your order. I really appreciate your continued business. Please enjoy the sample of my Wash Your Lips. She kept that thank you in those Wash Your Lips. And her email to me almost a year later was, "I still have your sample of Wash Your Lips and I still have your thank you. I was blown away that you wrote me a thank you. And I want to do a party with you because you're the only one that's ever sent me a thank you."
That's
So,
what I kind of took back for like the follow-up. So
Mhm.
I'm gonna go back, since I'm still new, I just joined in November, I'm gonna go back everybody that ordered and send them like a thank you and say, "How are you enjoying this? What do you think of that?" Kind of.
Even-
I make it a point to send people a text message.
Yeah.
I
Even
say,
if
thank you for your, like, especially like on Labor Day,
you're just
when I
acknowledging
delivered
it.
it, and then I acknowledge it, thank you, if you have any problems or questions, let me know. I just did that with my neighbor the other day, because she was new to it. She ordered a warmer and a couple of the Sensi scent packs for her kids for the gym bags. And she was like, "Oh my God, we love it." And she's a road and field rep. And she was like, "We need to order more stuff," because it's another way to be in contact with that customer. Again, for her to either ask you a question or for her to respond in a positive way.
It's getting the follow-up
It's more
question. It's
interaction.
making it natural
I was
instead of
gonna
doing
thank you
research
card
sales.
in the order too, like if like party order.
Well, that's what she does in the actual order. So she'll mail her hostess an actual thank you, but in the bags, she types up a thank you where she can just handwrite stuff in. I do this on like a little bag tag, and I tie my bags. This way, you have to cut the ribbon to get your product out of the bag. So you're going to look at that tag that I put on there. And my tag says, "Thank you for your order. You helped your hostess earn 3 half-price items and $75 in free product." They might look at that tag and be like, "Holy cow! I didn't realize that my friend just earned that much by having a party." But her thing goes a little bit more in depth. Kind of same concept, but she also put her information on there. So I'll give you that to look at. I'll guess around. But I just saw, I don't know, you guys have those scratch and sniff stickers?
Yeah.
They sent it on Happy Mail. They made the little sticker into like a little bar guy. I thought,
Oh,
how cute.
little stick figure.
Yeah, but you got those scratch and sniff stickers in your scent of the month things. Use them. Make them fun.
And the 2, 2, and 2 are welcome.
You want to share that? That could be your share.
I was already calling all them out when I
Come up
followed
and say it so they can hear it on the computer. 2
It was
days
just
after
2
the
days,
party.
yeah.
2
Here,
weeks
look.
after.
It was 2 days after the party, 2 weeks, and then 2 months, but I don't remember.
There you go.
I don't like talking about it.
Come on, you gotta do it in front of the computer so they can hear.
Whatever.
Okay.
I don't like computers.
Yeah, I don't
Well,
know.
party was on here, and I just saw her later.
So 2 days after the party.
Okay, no. Right here, look, 2 days after the party, you say thank you.
That's cute.
And then she says 2 weeks after. the
2 days and 2
party,
weeks is not salesy. You're not calling to make sales. You're just trying to.
Like, you're not selling anything at that point.
You're just saying thank you.
and starting that relationship.
Okay, all I remember is 2 and 2 and 2. I have it written down.
That's okay. So 2 days, you're just calling and saying like, you got this 2 days after they've actually received the product. And they're just saying, did you put it together? Has it worked right?
I tried.
Just making sure
Right.
you got it, Sensi. It was so nice meeting you at the party, something simple like
But if
that.
there's an issue with the product, you're gonna know it right then. Edie said something about if they don't like the scent, if they think it's absolutely awful,
They're
they
gonna tell you right
tell
there.
you. They're gonna tell you right there. You can suggest something else. If you're willing, you can like offer them another bar and like take the one back. And then oh no, the greatest is how she was ending it. She said,
That's it. That's what
as you're like getting ready to get off the call, you say, I just want to ask you a quick question. How
What's the best way to contact
Customer
us?
service mean to you?
Yeah, what does customer service mean to you? So if someone doesn't really want you to call, they're gonna be like,
Send me an email.
just send me an email or send me a text, or what you're doing right now is good. But like that way, it takes like I know for me, the idea of calling people like gives me a heart attack, right? But like if I know that I've already asked them and they know they're expecting a phone call and they're saying that they're comfortable with doing that, that's gonna take the pressure off me calling them a ton. So just getting that simple little quick snippet in there works. 2 weeks was
Offer them a gift.
for a sample, right?
Offer them a gift.
Because you gotta fit, a gift can be a sample.
Yeah, that's what she does. Like,
Yeah.
I know you like this scent. They ordered a black raspberry vanilla bar from you.
So you gotta figure
I know
2
you
weeks.
like that scent.
To have in a washer with,
I need
to
some
have
of
it
it
in
in
a whole
remember.
laundry
And
line.
also, I'll say that I give out wax samples, but in reality, you really want to try and give people samples of something that is not wax. Get them hooked on a product that is a higher price point, and then they'll fall in love with.
Washer with.
Washless, dish soap, counter clean. If people are just gonna buy it because they have a sample of it and they can use it, fall in love with it, then they'll buy it.
I've had a lot of success with videos.
Yeah.
Saying I'm using it, I spray my
Yeah.
counter.
Lisa Cuffy's been posting personal pictures of like she just did the counter clean tonight. Loved it. You did the warmer while you were
I
watching
sold
the game.
6 bottles of counter clean by putting it in me using this.
Yeah, you posted the video.
I just did one of the
Yeah.
buddy. The counter clean looks really good on stainless steel too.
Oh my God,
It's
eats
single
through the
clean.
grease.
Yeah.
Eats through the grease.
I
Like
see
crazy.
them in there.
Yeah, I posted one. Look, I'm staring at my warmer.
Amber, what was your name?
I did, we saw it, like, you know, remember the name, but
Yeah, we saw
the first one that we saw that did the 50-10.
Oh, I was
we did
hoping something was in there.
samples.
80
50
Connor.
samples, yes. A lot of the stuff that she said was really good. So doing the 50 samples and the 10 possibility packets. Then even her asking me about like people's specials that they do, like the one girl with the refer bar. So if you refer someone, you get a bar. Like a lot of the stuff that she said was really good.
So when I first started, go ahead, Beth.
Going back to the 2, 2, and 2.
The third 2 is 2 months after.
Well, it's
For 2 months, well, the
She's
girl that
gonna
we
need
saw,
more.
that
That's what you do sales.
no, she didn't want to do sales. Well, they're going DC.
It just
They were totally
it
different.
was, she was following up and
She was
seeing
following
if
up,
she
asked
needed
them
any more.
If they knew anyone who would be interested in hosting a party. That way you're not asking them and the pressure off of them to say, or to anyone who can help me out by hosting a party. She put that in there.
Okay.
Because then the person you're talking to might be like, well, I can help you out. Or they can refer someone. That way you're not trying to resell them anything.
But naturally, you're already calling them. Like, hey, you have a comment on Sensi. So if they want to order something, they're gonna say it. And then, but you're not being pushy or salesy.
Yeah, and they said that because the last 2 contacts you had with them weren't salesy or pushy, so they're more apt to talk to you that third time.
Right. Well, she was saying with the 50-10 rule, Katie Farner was talking about this. Every month at the beginning of the month, on the first day of the month, she makes 50 samples and 10 possibility packages. And by the end of the month, she has to get them out.
Yeah, she like puts them at her front door or something like that. So she's always looking at them. So when she goes somewhere,
knows.
she's like, "Oh, I'm going to the supermarket, so let me take a couple of these and a couple
The
of
wax
these."
samples are easy. You can
Yeah.
wrap them in.
But I tested doing it on the first day because if I don't do something as like a scheduled task, it's not getting done. And then I'm missing prime opportunities to go and actually like take advantage of something.
But the possibility packets are a little harder. That's what takes a little bit more courage. I did a party Saturday, and from every party, you can pick someone out that you think would be great to do it. There was this girl, ironically, her name was Jordan. I'm gonna approach this girl, I'm gonna drop her order off, because she actually lives in Jersey, so instead of me driving the party to PA to drop it off to my friend in PA, I'm gonna personally deliver hers, and I'm gonna give her a pack and do it.
That was the number one question I got was how do you determine who your 10 are? And it's a hard question to have because like, well, then the other thing is too, like, this was one of the possibility packets I had on my display, but like, this isn't a cheap possibility packet.
No, it's got
So,
a
like,
$5 investment.
I'm not just gonna hand this to you because like, I think you'd be good, right? Like, if there's not a section or a conversation there, like,
What did you include now? I've never made a
It's
possibility
not-
package.
yeah.
Yeah.
and
Just
then,
use it around.
If someone will even entertain the idea of having a party, you can even toss the idea at her, you know, you could say like, hey, look, I'll do this party for you, no problem. I would absolutely love the commission, but I'll throw this idea at you. You can sign and be a consultant for $99 where you'll be the consultant and still be the hostess who's and sell the product.
Do you ask every host?
Almost, yeah.
and you had like planting that seed in the beginning before, like during your hostess coaching. So they're thinking about it, like when you get to the party, that was the other thing, the big thing. We saw a woman who in New York who did one bag party, like keeping it simple as
Oh, I
possible.
loved it.
Colleen did a party for me once, and it was like my first like big home party, right? And I wanted to do the stack the hostess, and I was like,
How many
the
bags you
party,
going with?
I had all the warmers up on the table and 1,000 bars, and like
So many warmers.
that is not how you want to get someone to try and join you.
You gotta keep it simple because people are
They
going to
want
your
to
party
party.
and be like, oh my god, that looks like so much. I don't think I can do that. But if you show the simplicity of it, then you're like, oh, damn, she can do that. I can do it too.
But one thing I started doing, because even for me, it's really like honestly, I'm not like a spokesperson for recruiting because I've never really actually asked anyone. They all like it's just people have come to me, right? But so I also like to have that conversation happening naturally, which I think everybody does because it's not an easy thing to build up the courage. So one thing I started doing, and I know a lot of people are doing Facebook parties, is and I learned this from the tag team girl people. I don't bring up a post at all about the opportunity in my Facebook party because the parties I have done, I've noticed no one even likes or comments on it anyway. They just bypass it and wait for the next post. So what I do is it's a short 1.5-minute video of me telling them like after I've had their order, we're already having that conversation. I send them the thank you video and it's just thanking them for coming tonight, participating, for ordering. And then just saying like, hey, I didn't talk to you about the opportunity at all. 20 seconds, why I love it, why it's awesome. And then I let them know of all the party attendees, if you message me first and find out more about the opportunity, you'll get a free Scentsy bar. Or no, if you message me in general, you'll get a free Scentsy bar. If you message me first, you get 2 free Scentsy bars. No one knows who messaged you first, so you're only going to give away 1 to that person. But what happens is they're coming to you now genuinely like just asking whether it's for a free bar or not, right? So that you started that conversation and then you can either like if it turns negative where they think they like wouldn't be a good consultant, you can say like, what about it scares you? Why do you think that you wouldn't be a good consultant? Because then right off the bat you're getting their fears out of the way and addressing that and then having like that genuine conversation moving forward. And you'll have a lot more success with it too. And then that's someone you can just go send one of those facility packets to.
You might have a list over here.
Do you want to pass around your ideas from this stuff? Because the biggest thing about the Expo that's so cool is just seeing people's examples of what they do in their own business and light bulbs just went off for everybody.
Someone shared a hostess scavenger hunt, so I'll pass this around. It's just to build up the people at your party. I thought it was a cool idea. Because it's gonna get your hostess to think about more people she can invite.
I was gonna do it with Holly when she was having her launch party, but because of the snow.
Yeah.
Because she was like, oh, I really like the Wildwood Melon. I said, well, I have it. I said, if you can get at least half of the people on that at your launch party, I'll give you the bar.
There you go.
And unfortunately, she didn't
You
have this
used to do
online.
like 10 people get a bar or something.
Yeah,
I think the
if you
biggest
can
thing
get
people
the list.
like, and I'm going to say I'm guilty of this too, but like not hostess coaching. That's why if you're not getting large crowds at your parties, that's why. If you can get your host excited, I tailor it to them like that. It doesn't have to be a blanket thing for every host. Know what they want and offer it.
I just had a
This is a hostess coaching checklist.
You can pass Facebook party, like for children's books. My friend's a consultant. And I noticed it was a lot more successful because instead of just openly inviting everyone to the party, like just invite, you send long personal messages saying, not too long, but
Oh,
long
was that
enough.
the book one?
Yeah, so you send out this whole big thing saying, listen, I'm so excited, blah, 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 and you're telling the whole thing. If you would like an invite, let me know. And then they respond. Well, I ended up having 21 people say they wanted to be invited to it. Where if I just did it for Scentsy and I just invited everyone to something like that,
Might have
I
five.
would
Definitely, and Edie, they talked about this in one of the videos in the breakouts, was not blanket inviting people. Really, in a Facebook party, you shouldn't have more than 30 or 40 invitees at a time. But a lot of the time, it's hard to get that through to your hostess too. You being, I mean, obviously seasoned, like you took the advice, right, and went with it.
Yeah.
But sometimes it's your host is still going to go and do it anyway.
She said
the hardest part is
not any more than what you would invite to your home.
Right. And that personal message, she said, send actual invites like it is a home party. Like plan it a couple
you
weeks
typically
out
only get what 10
for a home party, right?
of what you invite.
Right. Yeah.
So you have to invite 100 people to get 10.
You want to get that Facebook party to be
That's why you can't plan.
as much like a home party as possible without it, because it's a sensory product. But she even said she's never, and I've never had an issue. People will pick scent to buy. Them not having scent. that's
Didn't
never been an
you
issue.
do that scavenger hunt?
Yeah, I did the one that you sent me the pictures. And I had one girl, she like hit out the park. I was like,
Wasn't it hilarious?
it was. No one else to like do it. There was just like, I can't even. I mean, she had it like, boom.
No.
She was
you
like,
just-
it's all in
you
my junk drawer. She was like, and then a couple things in the
You had to
bathroom.
find random stuff, like find a lock, and find one was
Like a blue pen, a red book.
Is that Facebook party?
You have to
Yeah.
find like 5 different things,
Sunscreen,
snap a
make
picture
this-
and post it.
Yeah.
I was invited to, I don't even remember who it was for. I think it was for like the nail thing. Who does nails?
Jamboree.
Yeah.
I don't do my nails ever, but I was invited to one of those parties and I was at the gym. My phone was going crazy and I'm watching these women post like, I'm like, what are they doing? It had my full attention. And in between each scavenger hunt thing, she posted something about the product. She had my undivided attention because I wanted to see what these people were
It's
posting.
interesting to see what the other
And the one girl was like, my husband's looking at me like I'm crazy. Was it done recording?
No.
Sorry, what were you talking about before that? Everything
on
on
that though,
Instagram
too,
will
with your
be-
games, if you can connect that game to be a booking or a join game, that's like you want all your games, you want them to be fun, but you also want them to revolve around getting you a booking or something.
There was an actual table of nothing but games at the
They
expo.
were fun.
They were
That girl was-
awesome. So I'll pass this around too, but party games are an excellent way for creating a fun and exciting atmosphere and turning stale, boring parties into a sale frenzy. It's important to choose your games wisely and use a variety. Some party games are better for booking parties, while others are perfect for showing off Scentsy products and getting sales. Choosing good party games is vital to a successful party. A fatal error that most Scentsy consultants make is to forget to make their parties a party. You know, people are coming, they want a good time, they don't just want to sit there and be bored to tears. So make sure your party games all have a purpose. Sorry.
I saw the best video today. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
I didn't put it on the team page because I was scared about like cross branding, but it was a Tupperware video, right? And it was about creating your own brand, making it fun for people and making people talk about you. And this guy is a consultant, but for his parties he dresses up drag, and he comes as a guy, he dresses up drag, and like, but people are in love with him. He's the highest salesperson in Tupperware.
Oh my God.
But like
Well,
that's how
entertaining.
he's created his brand. It's entertaining. He packs the house
That's
because
that
like
girl
people
that
want to
did
come
rap.
see him.
So there's a Scentsy girl that does a rap, and people
Okay.
are just like, oh my God.
There's that crazy that does unique.
Yeah, the makeup.
Yeah.
artist,
She
the
was
Italian
there, but
makeup.
it's
Yeah.
making you. Like, don't try to be something you're not. Like,
Yeah.
obviously do something that's comfortable for you itself.
Yeah, but those are the things that you remember,
Right.
that you know, when I think of you,
Well, you said people want to come to the party just to see it, and then they all end up
Yes.
So you need
So-
this in your life. If you haven't
Games
seen
are
her,
fun, but you're giving away prizes.
Yes.
So make sure it pays off and you're possibly getting something in return. So you want to give something that's related. There's nothing crazy. You don't have to spend $30 on a prize. Yeah, it could be a sample. It could be a scent. Yeah, it could be a scent that you don't care for, a scent circle, whatever. But you always want to make sure you're giving a gift with a purpose. Like when I give out my washer whiffs, it's because I want you to buy them. I want you to love that product and come back and order it from me. Because as soon as you order, it's gonna be a monthly sale. So a couple.
I don't know if you guys saw the sticker I put on the page last week, but it's called the, I don't know if it's called fun sticker or something like that. But it's labels. You print it the same you would by like the 3x10 labels, and you can put it right inside every warmer that goes out or inside a catalog. And anytime someone finds it, It's
Oh, I like that.
it says
Yeah.
like message me or whatever.
You won or something.
Yeah,
Oh, is
you
that like a
won.
golden ticket?
Yeah, but like
Oh, that's neat.
Yeah,
you-
that's cool.
they're gonna contact you, right? And then you can give them an incentive for hosting a party. Or you can make it whatever you want to tailor them
Or-
to what they say, or $5 off the next order if they haven't ordered in a while.
Would you put it on every?
I think I'm gonna start by putting it in the warmers, and then maybe putting in catalogs for party if I know I need
Yeah,
like
right.
extra things on my calendar or something like that.
Do it.
Yeah, but you do.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
like,
So maybe like one or two.
She's like, whoa, whoa, in my kit today, I got the label. Is there like certain
Yeah.
program?
If you type in the resources tab, label, I think it's label template or something. A template should
But
pop
listen,
up.
you'll print those once and then you'll buy it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I haven't even.
Yeah.
Or I use this for when I need to handwrite something and put it on.
Yeah.
My ink didn't come in.
So here's just 3 of the game. Oh, you have one of them.
So this is actually going to be in our prize for whoever wins
Where
today.
is that
But,
paper?
Oh
wait, where's
this is actually also in our photo album on the team page, but I use this at events and parties now because you guys are keeping me for There's no pressure on me when they're checking out at a party. I say, hey, you want to roll the dice? If they roll the dice, based on if they get 1 through 6, they can pick one of these items. Katie Farner made this one, but they can get a premium warmer, $10 off, laundry products, 3 bars, ultimate warmer, pleasant warmer, if they host the party. Yeah, and if they get it, you're gonna get it using your perpetual.
I get all of it.
I've used that at events.
That's nice.
and have
It's
people
easy.
come by
I've
and
gotten
just like
so-
roll the dice and win.
Exactly.
And then I
That's
follow
fun.
up with them
Like
and say,
sucker,
what times-
but it's an easy, no pressure way to get a booking. So she does this for every
I like
single
that.
party when there's
I like
a
that.
Oh, wait, is that, wait, is that
So I follow her on YouTube.
I
The one I got was spelled wrong. I didn't realize it was so long. It's the same template form. What was spelled? I want to make sure I don't miss it. Or the small words.
What?
This one. Oh, prize.
Oh,
prize.
I took
Yeah. Just pies.
Another game they did was fastest fingers, aka keep me on file. So you always have your cell phone because that's how you're doing math at parties. But you have everyone take out their cell phone, ask them to create a contact for you and put, I don't know, Jessro, the Sensi lady. And then you ask them to text you, put your phone on vibrate before they text you so you don't get like 20 texts all at once. Leave in your pocket. You're gonna ask them to text you with their name, their birthday, maybe their favorite scent or something like that. And then, you know, everyone's gonna text you. You don't look at it because if you look at it and be like, oh, Amber, you were the first one. Well, Regina didn't send hers yet, so she's not gonna send it to you. So you wait until, because, you know, what if someone had slower service and you check it towards the end of the party? Be like, all right, you know, when I'm all done, I'll tell you who texted me first.
I did that at one of my parties too, and then if there was a problem or something, they had my number.
Yeah, so now they have your number, now you have their number, and you can text them if you don't want to call them. So
It's
that's
good for their birthday too, because you can like send them.
Mhm. What is that? Send them a sample. Fastest fingers. I'm gonna post a picture of every single one of these on the page. So
But if I haven't added you to the group yet, if you just type in World Tour document share,
this wasn't on there.
literally, some people haven't had all their stuff yet.
Yeah.
But
There's a lot
I
of
mean,
stuff
from,
that's
not just
really
from the ones we went to, but like all over the country, all the breakout people are on there, so that's pretty cool.
I've been getting the notifications for it, so I assume I was at it.
Yeah.
I think I may have added you to some things, Regina.
Did you?
Thank you. I'm sorry. No, it's good. I was like, who are we?
So there was one who has, I'm not crazy speech, you know, but so there was an ABC game, I think we all liked it, but she had foam letters in a bucket and then there was beads around it. Who did, Erica did this at her, yeah. Yeah. But so all her attendees had a brochure, so not an actual Sensi catalog. And so then whenever she pulled a letter out of the bucket, they had to shout out whether it be a scent or a product that started with that letter. If it was W and they shouted washer whiffs, they'd get 2 beads. If they just said like
Wild.
right, then they would get right. And then at the end, whoever gets
Like
the most
Camus,
beads.
Camus, Mystery Man, if it was a double word for that letter, they got 2 beats. But if it was something
Saying it
like
like this
beach,
makes it
they
not
only
sound
got
so
1.
exciting, but the girl who described it made it really exciting. And it was like, it was fun.
I seen that video online, and
Yeah.
I was like, I have a party in March.
It's
Yeah.
a fun game.
She mentions it in the beginning. so
But then
it's
it's like a catalog walk
icebreaker
without you
and
having
then-
to do
yeah.
it. And there are like, I might have shouted out Camu Camu, and now you know you love that scent, and so it just resonates with you and you remember it. So it's an easy way to get products out there without being pushy about it.
Something to do. If they scream out element warmers, you can be like, this is one of our warmers that does not take a light bulb. Explain the element warmer or lampshade, you know.
That's like what I used to do with the purse. Like the city,
Yeah.
and then you bring up something about
That's
your
what I do.
business.
Every game. I need to change it at my parties. I've done the same thing for like a year.
Boring,
Well,
yeah.
mine have like different, they're just like repeats.
Yeah.
So there was one party
So you
where,
have to.
there was one party that literally they were all at my last party. So I was like, oh, there goes all those games. I can't do any of those. So we literally just sat around like circle time and passed the scents around within our own little Scentsy Anonymous group.
That's what we did.
They loved it.
Yeah. I had a
It was
party like
simple.
that,
They,
too. It was
they
fun.
didn't want to do games. They just wanted to keep it simple. And we talked about the product and the scents and whatnot. But they
If
liked
you
keeping
guys
it
want to put
simple.
all the scents are here, the new spring summer scents.
Yes.
So you guys can come and smell them.
Please.
If you haven't smelled the all the skin stuff, they're all those testers in there. This is one of the new plugins.
What's going on with that brick?
This brick was an exclusive to World Tour attendees,
But
but
they don't have a name for it? Or is it?
It's just the number 9, like the
it's a number 9.
Oh,
skin.
oh,
Number
okay,
9
okay.
was the number 1 selling skin category.
Isn't
scent.
that
But this bar from
Alright.
Reunion
No,
is
that bar.
new,
yeah.
starting March. It's the new scent in the skin line.
Okay.
So
But they're not
side
gonna
note,
have it in a bar.
no.
No.
Well, as of now,
So let's say, who was I talking to? Who was I
no. Yeah, that was Reunion.
I guess I was talking to Sharon. She was like, oh, I can make samples of this. I was like,
What the hell's the point?
I know, but if they like the smell, then you
Oh,
can
you get the
upsell them
skincare.
and
I
get
gotcha.
the,
I got
like the
Or
hand
like we
cream.
said, make it exclusive. Like this is a sample I exclusively give to my hostess of my parties. It's something that
Yeah,
you can't
give
get,
it
and
a
I'm only
great
giving
feel.
it to my
Yeah.
best customers, my hostesses.
So also just want to let everyone, they let us know that the first week of April, they're opening registration for Reunion. So it's in Nashville. If you even have like an idea of wanting to attend, I would start saving now. Registrations typically $250 when they first release
For
that
early
first week,
registration.
and then $300 afterwards. You can pay it in 5 or 6 payments over a payment plan up until July. And then we're having a lot of girls go this year, so I'm sure a lot of people will be ruby to get it from them.
Yeah, what had talked to you guys today at?
Have you not decided yet?
Okay.
This year, it's a huge.
You actually
thing.
save by saying where they're having it.
Yeah, they have a room.
Yeah, because I see
It's a
girls
huge
online,
incentive.
they're like they already have rooms booked, but it's nowhere near. It's like one was like, oh, it's 3 miles from there. Like, why would you just stay where it is?
The first year we rented a house, which was nice, we saved a lot of money,
Yeah,
but like
but
we
we
had to
had to
drive
drive.
25 minutes every day, and like it starts at 8 a.m. So like it's just
tickets
easier.
are in while you're there.
Yeah.
I went 2 summers ago. I'm not going again.
Okay.
I'm
The
going.
the 250
I've already
is
looked
spent.
into it. I
It's
can
awesome.
take
Oh,
off
yeah.
to work. I'm
If you
going.
think
So
this product kit, like if you guys have seen our product kits from last year, they were ginormous. They were well over the 250 cost even go.
So you're at least getting
Anybody
that.
like
Then that whole
wants
trip
the
is a
room?
write-off.
And when they tell you, if you register by this date,
do
get this, do it. We all 3 came home with free diffusers.
And just do it. You can do the payment plan. You don't have to pay that out right there.
Yeah.
Right off,
Yeah.
right off, right off.
Free
Oh,
diffuser.
another thing I do,
do.
before we call that, when you get your new catalogs, I highly, highly, highly suggest, you're gonna spend some postage in this, but
You have
last
huge results from this.
this catalog that we're in right now was the first time that I actually ordered a whole pack of catalogs, and I said, I am mailing this entire pack of catalogs out to my previous hostesses, my best customers,
She
and my
made 'em
good
cute.
friends. I put them in the clear catalog sacks, which you can buy from the Scentsy store. I wrapped them in tissue paper. I got that idea from Jennifer Madursky. I sprayed leaves with room spray. So maybe get some fake flowers, spray the fake flowers with some room
I
spray.
did that with my Mac.
But you gotta think, you're getting this secret package in the mail. You're probably like, what the heck is this? You open it up, they're gonna see the brand new catalog, and they're literally getting it a week before, if not the week that the new catalog starts. I woke up to like 5 messages. People are like, my husband's gonna kill me because I want about 150 in product, and the other ones were like, I wanna do a party. So if I didn't get a party from it, I got a big ass order from
So
it.
when did you mail them out? Like the last week of February? Like, what would you wait? Like another week and then mail
I
them
did
out?
probably the 3rd week.
Okay.
That way, February, yeah. So around the 20th, I guess, I mailed it out because it's coming out a hair before. None of those people were close. I knew they weren't gonna come to my open house, but I knew it was gonna result in at least a sale. at the very least. And my September, because I mail out those catalogs, was ridiculous. So mail them out. It's a little less than $2 to mail it out. Oh, call the thing. But you have to write that off. So it's worth it.
Tiff's gonna talk about one more thing before we end. but-
Yeah, hold on.
Well, wait, she needs to go. So
I'm sorry.
you're fine. But online, we're doing one too. For people who are online.
Ready?
Get your numbers out.
057 4943.
I'm sorry.
Oh,
nice.
Really, Julie was
I never win anything.
Mary's already in there. It's based on like that.
Yeah, I'm really funny about that.
Alright, so Tiff has something that's really awesome, really
It's gonna be a
important.
little much longer.
Alright, we were at, I went to DC.
It's black.
I moved some stuff to the dining room table. Sorry. Coach bag, real cute.
I went to the DC location, and I knew some of you were there with me. No, I'm not gonna lie, the social media one,
It's the worst one.
I was starting to fall asleep. However,
Oh, I like. There were good tidbits though. Like
when Chuck spoke, I listened just because he is who he is, and he said something that actually resonated with me. I actually been going through my downline's personal Facebook pages because he said that you have to remember that as much as it's our personal business, we're a storefront for our personal business. And I know with all these politics things that are coming up, if you start posting things about whoever, I don't even know what's going on.
Trump, people,
But
some
yeah,
people don't like Trump.
You guys don't even get involved. Because the moment you do post about one or the other, you've now lost 50% of people who could be your customers.
Right.
And their whole thing is like, if you go on there and you're talking about how this was horrible and this sucked and whatever.
Be negative. They don't
You
wanna
hate
come to
these
a
damn
party.
people in
Yeah.
traffic, and as much as we all do, they're not gonna come to you. They're gonna go to the other Sensi consultant because let's face it, everyone's got about 10 on their thing.
Well, it's not even just that they're not gonna come to you, but like, I could tell you right now, I probably have half of my Facebook friend list hidden because they're annoying. So
Right. So
I'm gonna
see
hide
it.
you because
Yeah,
I don't wanna read
exactly.
your posts anymore.
And
So I'm
the
not
whole
gonna
thing
see
is
them.
if you're sitting there saying that, and what's gonna make them like your post online? They're not gonna want to have anything to do with you with that. I have someone on my downline who literally going through her, and I hope she's freaking watching, going through her thing. It's nothing but complaining.
Just being positive.
And I'm her team member. I'm her upline. What am I gonna do with that? How do your customers gonna feel if I don't even want to approach it? Because how do you know that in the middle of you trying to buy something, you're not gonna get that attitude? That was a big thing that he said. He was like, be careful what you post online. Because anybody can see it at any given time. You don't know who can see it. Mary Al paid to
What did you get? So I do motorcycle retail sales. That's my first job. And so when I joined Sensi's, I kind of brought a little bit of that job into now the Sensi's thing because sometimes you have to pay a little bit of money in order to get a lot of money. So I started last month in Sensi's, and the one thing that really helped us in my motorcycle line was create your own business page on Facebook. It's the best thing you can do. It eliminates sometimes the personal stuff that you have on your personal page and allows you to have a business page where you can still post personal things here and there and mix it in with the business as well. And what I did was I paid, you can pay Facebook depending on what your budget is, and they have options to either promote a certain picture. So you have an option to boost that particular picture you post, or you have an option to boost your page. And what it does is you get to choose the statistics. So you want from this age to this age, you want male or female, and what likes and interests you want to target. Home decor, smells, warmers. You get to pick all your keywords. And what you do is you get to set the timeline, you get to set the budget. And in a month I have over 60 likes from people I don't even know. And about 20 to 23 likes a day on stuff that I boost. So in reality, I spent $20 to get 60 new followers and for people to like my page. And today, on my business page, I have, you can have a call to action, which is either shop now, call now, whatever the case may be. I have a shop now, where if you hit that shop now button on my Facebook page, it links directly to my personal website. And today I got my first purchase from a person in Ohio. So it was somebody who liked one of my posts that I boosted, and they clicked the shop now button, went onto my personal website and bought something for $40.
You can pick and
What's
choose
your
too, how much you wanna
Page, so,
spend on.
like, we can look at it, right?
Yeah,
We
so
can go there,
my
right?
Facebook
Yeah.
page is one stop.
Here's
Sensi
what,
shop.
just FYI on that, if you like it though, when she gets that boost, it's gonna go to all your friends too. So like,
Right.
and I've already.
You don't have to like it, but
I
no,
like it, but you
Just-
just look at it.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Like I told people, like I don't like team members paying coaches anymore because like I
Yeah.
want my customers. But also side note on that, because I did that all last year. You just set a budget for yourself monthly because they pull from a PayPal account and they only run it twice monthly when they actually pull it out of your account. So you can go crazy with spending money trying to boost on it. So just make sure you set a budget for yourself. For
Yeah,
the
I
month
live in a
to do
And
different-
you
it.
can write it off
$20.
too, don't forget to write that off.
Right.
Yep.
That's
And then
everything.
it's $20, and then Facebook actually tells you you have reached your budget, and it will stop your post until you increase that budget if you want to.
For my Facebook parties too, like when I do roll calls and telling people to like let me know you're there, I link my page and I say, for an extra drawing, go like my page, and most of them do. And then also I pull my album that I use in my Facebook party straight from that business page. Then what also happens is if it's not a private event, when I'm sharing that album and other people are commenting on it, anyone who's liked my page is now seeing those things too. And the more activity you get on that page, the more it's going to show up on people's feeds. If you're not getting activity on that page, there's a whole science behind it. And Edie is an awesome person to go follow to get the science behind all of that. But if there's no activity on that page, then it's not going to show up. Even if you post once a day, it's not going to show up in any of those people who liked your page. So you
Another-
need to get people liking and commenting on your post.
Now, is this, so we already have, I have a private Facebook page.
You can have
This is-
that.
Like,
This is
so how do I
like a
get
business
people?
page.
Yeah, how do I
You
get?
definitely want to open up a business page.
Share it.
Because a business page and obviously you leave it open, because once your friend likes it, then it pops up on her page that she just liked your page, and then her friend, and it can just spiral into it. You always, groups are great for events and for like personal events and like Facebook parties and stuff, but you want to always have an open business page.
The business
Because
pages,
it's broad
might
based.
see it like for like fundraising companies, like things like that, use them usually when you're, or any real business that you're looking at on Facebook, that's what they're
The
using.
reason I said about the likes and
Business
comments though
page.
too is Facebook ultimately, like, they would love direct sales to do all of their stuff through the business page and stuff. But at the same time, they want money too. So the reason I said the like and comment is because if you're not getting likes and comments, if you're not paying to boost that specific post, it's not gonna show in people's feeds. So you really wanna make it an engaging post, which is where I get with like doing the pictures, doing the videos, asking a question, making it non-salesy, because that's gonna get you the most interaction to make it show in the most amount of people's pages.
I found the most times people liked the picture was if it was something random.
Yeah.
You're always trying to sell something without selling something. So I posted a picture of the coop wrap. And I put like, country and spice and everything nice or something. But then at the bottom of it, I had, I copy and pasted the link from my website that actually, if you click it, it goes right to the wrap section. And that's where I got the sale. So basically, if they see it and they just happen to click and like it, it's going to take them directly to what they're looking at on the picture, as opposed to just going to your homepage and then it's them having to find it. This is going to hit it and it's going to link directly to the
You want to
link.
make it as simple for your
Cooking with
customers.
oil right there.
You want to make it so simple for your customers so they don't have to do work.
They
So if
click and
do
they're already
work,
the
they're not
That's the
gonna
actual item.
Yes.
That's genius.
So like if you're doing like, let's say you're doing a Sensi's Buddy, you copy and paste the link to the buddy page of your page and it hits it and it's
Yeah. You can't do it so
Well,
Well,
simple.
you just gonna go to the top, like where you would
Put it in
go
your
to, like the
PWS.
and you know how it'll come and be like all those numbers and letters and all that crap, and you're like, I don't know what that is. You copy and paste that when you're on that exact spreadsheet.
But I wanted to mention that
It's
because if that person from Ohio who doesn't know Mary Ell from anything would have went on her page and saw nothing but
Yeah.
complaining and crap, they wouldn't have bought it. I would.
And then side note too, I've like once you start to build a relationship with people in conjunction with your business page, I would also add them as a friend because the whole business is relationships. It's building those relationships, and the more you build it, the more they're going to come back to you. So, all right, we're going to do a drawing for people We're online, I don't know if they still are. And how do I even know if they are? We didn't even do drawing tickets. It says there's 5 people, but I don't know who they are.
Who are they?
I know one's Erica and one's Holly, but that's it.
I think
they
took
post
these.
If you're on here, go to the team page and say you're on here. If you want a prize, it's good. Not gonna lie.
When we show you, I'll show you what it is.
Now,
You
can keep doing it.
Bar in the new set, new scratches and stickers.
There's still a whole pile of
Calendar
left, and there's
and
desserts.
towels.
So Nicole, when we were in the follow-up one in DC with Mandy, Andy, whatever I decided her name was that day.
Andy.
I was like, her name's Mandy.
You're like Mandy, and then it was like Brandy. I'm like, what is
Mandy, Mandy, it don't matter.
I wouldn't call her name originally.
It's Andy.
Threw us all off.
But when she was talking, and she was talking, I'm gonna see if you guys remember this, because it sat with me, but it sat with me when I first joined.
Did you read anything else?
When she said about making 6 figures a year,
Yeah.
do you remember how she said how she does, how Jen Aldette told her to do that? Do you remember that?
Yeah.
I think I have it written down.
Do you remember off your head what it was?
I know she gave samples to everybody, and she had.
Well, yeah, she would approach, like, she'd be on an elevator.
Not even that. Jen Aldette told her on a leadership incentive thing,
Oh, to 5 people on 5 groups or something
and
like that.
that's what she wanted us to do. I didn't do it.
I didn't do
Yeah,
that. I was being nice.
She got there by selling 2,000 a month
Looking at it.
No one else?
Recruiting
and
to
recruiting 2 people a month.
Yeah.
If you think about that,
And training them to do the
it's
same.
not that much of,
It's not hard.
no. It's like you don't have to recruit 17,000 people a month to get to where these people are that you see.
Well, have you ever seen the
Everywhere.
quote
Yeah.
by Bill such and such that it's like, I had this many people, I pitched it to this many people, I signed this many people. It was like 300,000 that he pitched it to, 350 that actually joined, and only 11 people made him a millionaire. Because it's only those superstars that you need to actually get you to where it's gonna make you a lot of money.
My notes.
Right?
Because let's say, no, it doesn't okay. It doesn't okay. No, that's not what she was saying. But it's a matter of point of, it's just, where she was going with it is, everyone gets afraid to recruit, and they think that you have to recruit, like I said, like, what, 5 people a month, right? But then you have no time for your personal business, and that's it. Because if you're recruiting 5 people a month, right? Well, they all have to have a launch party at some point, right? Okay, well, you have to go to that. So now there's 5 days that you can't do it, and most people want to do it on the weekend. Let's just be honest about it, right? And so how many days do you have for yourself now? Mind you, you have other team members, right? You don't have that many. So she pretty much was just saying, like, you don't have to overkill and go and.
If you've ever watched, or like when we did a training on this, the 4 chords, Orville did a training at Reunion in 2012, and it's just that, selling this much a month, recruiting this much a month, and there's 2 other factors of it. And it's based off the penny theory. So if you encompass those 4 things in your business every single month and teach all your team members to do it, things will eventually just start doubling and growing on their own naturally. But it's having that balance of the 4 things, even though there's no such thing as balance.
That's the other thing she said.
That's one thing they taught us at It's just a technique. You just keep.
She said that.
She flat out said, stop looking for balance between your personal life and your work life. You're never gonna
I'm
find it.
never gonna get it, but she said that.
So stop. When you're with
If
your
you're
business,
with your, when
you're with your business.
you do the business.
When you're with
And
your
when you
family,
promise yourself to do something with your family, put your phone down and you get off of Facebook doing your business stuff. You devote that time to them.
She said, you're gonna keep looking for it forever, pretty much. You're never, I think I wrote that down. You're never gonna find a balance. I'm not gonna lie, when I'm sitting there with my daughter and I got my phone out, I am not paying I'm not paying attention to her. We read, Marielle and I were in a cheer competition. Our daughters cheer together. We're sitting there
Michelle.
and here's me. Somebody was messaging me, knowing that I have 2 minutes and 30 seconds to watch my daughter on that. They're like, you have to stop that time. And it's hard when someone messages you, I want to order this, and you're like, okay. No, they can wait a couple minutes. The tyranny, like that's what you say. You're not gonna find it. And you're gonna drive yourself crazy looking for it.
The only other thing I can say that was really nice, sold 31 for 3 years. I've like almost filled this thing with information that was new to me, even coming from a different direct sales. And it was good stuff, and it was so much better than anything I'd ever been told. And it wasn't just some cheesy sell this because I tell you to sell it.
They actually were telling us the whole time, don't sell it.
Yes, that was the other thing. The last thing that Orville said, he said, I don't want you spending your family money on Scentsy. I want you to spend your Scentsy money on your family. And I went home and I said it to my husband. I said, who says that? I mean, if he's in it just to make money, he wouldn't care what you spent your money on to buy his product. But for him to say that, I think means so much.
Right.
That to me, that just sticks.
And he also said, don't sell it, share it.
That's what I was
Well,
getting.
you notice
Don't
where
sell it,
those most,
share it.
I have an album on our Facebook group about like engaging posts and posts that work really well and ultimately get you the sales and the hosts, and it's all sharing posts. None of them are sales posts, and that's where you're gonna get your most interaction from. So I'm not saying like don't post flyers at all because those work in the right place too. But yeah, the sharing posts will get you the most
Other
So I'm raising my hand too now.
because it's natural and it's effortless. and
I
it's
made
just
an
creating that
unboxing
engagement.
video of my kit. One of my friends shared it, and I wound up getting not even a day later an order for like $95.
Mm-hmm.
She's also ordered 2 more times after that. I
Sounds
sent
like
her.
a hostess to me.
She lives in
Mail her a pouch party.
Louisiana.
Mail her a pouch party.
She got my sample and my thank you card, and I gave her one for her mother too, or her daughter too. She wound up that day, as soon as she got it, buying the tub of washer whips and then sending them on.
Holy cow.
So,
Well, if you think about it at your home
that's
price
what
range,
it is. Like,
your most convincing, the stuff people buy is what you push and what you're most passionate about. So I'm gonna talk about wash whips and warmers and wax. Well, the same goes in they're buying it because you're passionate about it, because you love it, and you're sharing your experience with them. The same with Facebook. Just sharing the things that you're passionate about in a non-sales way.
Let it begin.
All right, does anyone have any questions? We've been going for an hour.
Well, we can stop then. If anyone has any other questions, we can answer. Or if you need help or you want to do anything extra,